Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Ryan, thank you for the raid to kick things off. What was it? Havoc RPG, thank you for the raid as well. I was filling up my water when that came in. I appreciate you. Y'all bringing your communities in here to share in the D&D fun. Also, big thanks to Chris and Aves, who both subbed and gave us a little starting hype train to kick things off today. It's a good day. It's a happy Monday. I'm very excited. I got some very exciting news. Brew, yeah, you'll get fined. You'll get fined every time. Yep, straight up. But anyone who's new to the channel, welcome by. I'm Rusty. These are my friends. Every Monday we play D&D together, or at least most Mondays, depending, whether other acts of God that may, of course, cause us to miss a session, such as a house fire, or God knows what else has happened in the last year and a half or so. So, if you like the stream, feel free to hit the follow button, hang out, chill, and come check out the stuff. I do other streams sometimes, which actually segues me into my big announcement, and then I'll have everyone here introduce themselves to all you lovely folks in chat. I am starting a new schedule at work. I am no longer working the 4 to midnight shift. I finally got on an 8 to 4 like normal workday schedule, which is great. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing evening streams Tuesdays and Thursdays after work now, and I'm going to be bringing back our retro streams on Wednesdays. That won't be starting for the next week or two while I settle into the new routine, but please keep an eye out for those, because I'm going to be doing more streams again. I'm really excited about it. It was a long time coming. Hello, Stuart. Love you, buddy. Yeah, long story short, I've been trying to get into this spot at work for a very long time. So I'm very excited to have finally got my foot in the door on that one. Also keep an eye out, because I am now, with my extra free time and Friday nights off, going to be planning a like a mini series. I don't know what you call it. It's not a one shot, but it's not a campaign. A mini series, we'll say. Mini series based on Fallout, in the Fallout TTRPG. That'll be bringing these guys along for either on a Monday or Friday or something. We'll figure it out as we need to. I'm gonna try to get some other guests involved. Come hang out. Thank you for the follow, Burley Earl. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people I'd like to have guests on the stream, and it feels like Fallout kind of series would be fun to do that on, because you could have like different guests coming in every episode. We're going to try to get that going in the next couple of months, because like Fallout's kind of a hot thing right now. Everyone's talking about it, and I've been wanting to do the tabletop for a very long time, so it feels like now's a good time. Please dump all the food pics. There is a food section. I think it's called Tavern Treats or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't post a lot of food because I don't cook very much. I do cook, but I don't like make it look pretty, and I don't share it with people. I'm a steak and potatoes kind of guy. If that link doesn't work, let me know and I'll set up a fresh one. It has been a while since I updated that. So thank you for the disadvantage, Kaylee. I appreciate that. Ryan, you have advantage from Kaylee as well. With all of my special announcements for the day being done, I'm going to open the floor to the lovely homies below me, starting with JTB, who has some pretty exciting news.
Yeah, so I'm JTB. I do D&D shit here. I almost have stream ready. It's mostly good to go. I gotta set up a couple things, do some like redeems and whatnot to fill some stuff out, and then eventually get actual audio set up. But for the most part, I'm just ready to be able to throw up a quick gaming stream or something.
So excited, guys.
It's gonna be a lot of like Resident Evil, Dark Souls, Code Vein, because I gotta beat Code Vein before 2 comes out.
When is that? Soon?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
I can look it up.
No need.
Code Vein 2.
Goes fast.
Well, I looked it up fast. It didn't give me a date fast.
Kaylee's so cool. That's crazy that he'd say he's stinky and you're so cool. But yeah, I mean, if you said he said it, I believe you. Everyone go show some love to JT. There's a link right there. We're very excited for gaming streams. We're also excited for some tier listing. We're going to be fucking tier listing some shit. I'm excited. I've never done a tier list.
All kinds of things.
We're going to tier list so hard. Thank you for doing the actual shouty. I appreciate it. Speaking of, let's move on to Ryan, who's been chilling with the Purple House. What do you got going on, buddy?
Well, babies, we're crawling out from the Fallout just the same as everybody else. I'm obsessed with it, fully integrated. We just blew up a bunch of ghouls the other day. Now, your boy loves a ghoul. I have a soft spot for the ghouls, but this particular group pissed me off. Come find out why. I'm streaming mostly every night, doing a lot of RPGs, doing all sorts of nonsense. Come on by. Today, we made PNGs. I made nightmares happen.
I was doing prep, so I didn't get to watch all that shit go down, but it sounded pretty fun. It sounded pretty interesting.
Yeah. The winner was Powerpuff Girl Ryan. Yeah, it was great. I had pigtails. It was beautiful.
Kind of scared by that. I'm gonna have to go watch the VOD. We're gonna have to see. Next up, the man and his cat, who is addicted to licking moisture off of cans out of the fridge.
There's no moisture. He's just addicted to licking cans.
He just likes licking
the moisture.
He likes cold cans. All right, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to love the cats.
I have nothing to say. I'm sure people have just been enjoying the show.
Yeah,
I'll have a fact later. I didn't have
animal
to
facts.
look one up because of.
Okay. Yep.
Cats like licking cans.
There you go. That cat likes licking cans. Chowder ain't gonna do that.
Specific one.
Chowder's sleeping in the grocery basket in the fucking hall.
Forever home.
Yeah, I guess it's just his now. I have like a fold out, like hard fucking basket for like groceries or laundry, whatever the fuck I want to use it for. It's just for Chowder now. He owns it. He just owns it. There's lots of cats around here. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new to the stream, we do have lots of cats. They tend to show up from time to time. Mine is currently asleep. And of course, we do have a tabaxi in the campaign, so it's kind of like there's always a cat here anyway. Yeah. We will look forward to a fun animal fact from Chris at the end of the stream. But without further ado...
at least 2 more times.
At least. I think without further ado, with all the new folks here, let's just jump right back in. Just a fair warning to anyone, we are on what I can only describe as a pretty dark quest line in terms of just the overall vibes. There's been some missing kids in the local village, and if you are like triggered by that sort of thing, I completely understand. It's getting a little dark over here, so if you need to step away or step out, no judgment, no problem here. I forgive you, because it got a little dark last session, and even I needed to take a little break at the end. So, with that all being said, warnings having been warned, let's move into things. So, when last we left off, the party, after returning to the town of Fort Mistmere, after cleansing the, for lack of a better term, mutated swamp creature from the hot springs nearby, returned to town and made their way to the Rotten Timber Tavern, where they sought to rest for the evening and perhaps plan their next steps, as their home is still currently being renovated by the Brotherhood of Masons, the Masons, Mason and Masons, the Freemasons, if you will. And they currently have nowhere to live. So you were looking to shack up for a night, potentially find a new job, and find somewhere to, gain gainful employment. However, when you arrived at the bar after a brief discussion, you were approached by an older gentleman, seemingly quite long in the years, face kind of aged by both time and the sun, like working the fields, very clearly a farmer, deep tan skin, very damaged by the sun over the years, desperately seeking help from anyone who might be willing or able to do so. Seeing a group of, well, for lack of a better term, very successful looking adventurers at this point approach, he turned to you and asked for help revealing the small drawing of his daughter. The very same girl who had haunted your footsteps the entirety of your journey to the Vorosian Springs as back, appearing to you during the night in different states of dismemberment and death. You eagerly agreed to help Yorlin look for his daughter, Yiora, and decided you would head out the next morning with him to make your way northward to his farm, where you could start your investigation. You each got separate rooms, or you and him all got separate rooms, while the party rested in theirs. One of you, I believe it was Xechas, or Dusty, Xechas, heard the sound of footsteps in the hall outside, just slowly walking past their room one direction, slowly walking back past their room in the other direction a few moments later. Thinking nothing of it, you decided to spend the rest of the evening keeping watch, and the following morning you found that Yorlin was not where he said he would meet you. You instead found him still in his bed, though very much less alive than you had last seen him, most of his body having been torn asunder by whatever may have made its way in during the night. Finding a little bit of a silver lining, you now realize you don't necessarily have to make your way all the way north to start your voyage, and can instead wander into the Festerwood from the south and perhaps stop off and visit your friend Small Hands at the Gobstop Workshop, a small goblin encampment, or last you saw it, a small goblin encampment on the outskirts of town. However, during your journey, during the first evening's camp, Vitekarl, while on watch, you were yet again visited by a ghastly visage, this time of a different child, one you still recognize now, having seen all the wanted posters in town after Xechas shared the info with you. Each of them walking past, passing behind a tree, stepping out the other side, again in various forms of dismemberment and slaughter, and then appearing behind the next tree as a different child, finally culminating in, of course, the young Yiora, looking at you from behind a tree, stepping out and revealing the wounds that were identical to those left on her father, before vanishing behind another tree. And that is where we left off last session. So that is where I would like to pick up tonight. Vitekarl, you see this little blonde girl, bleeding, bloody, covered in gore, step behind a tree and then just not appear out the other side. What are you doing?
Vitekarl, after I would say probably a good 15 seconds of just pure shock, and because he's seen this before-ish, but it's still absolutely horrifying. God! Guys, hey, you gonna go right into the tent. Hello, wake up now. Wait, everybody wake up, please.
Oh, what is happening?
I saw the kids. I saw the kids. Dead ghost children. Come out, please, before they do something weird.
All right.
Durer than they've already done.
Let me just... rolls over slightly, starts
I'm
to
already
cover
up,
back
yeah.
up.
Gets ready to go back to sleep. Fair enough.
To start shaking Dusty. Please, now I need support. Please help. This is bad.
Around, do I see-
I'm up.
Do I see
I'm
any
up.
ghostly children?
You step outside the tent and no. You can roll me a perception check if you want, but first glance, no.
Nope.
Last time I let them get the jump on me, they did some scream thing on me, and that's not happening again, you little... What do I call them, bastards?
With a 4 perception check, as you step out of the tent, you're still kind of like, you weren't necessarily sleeping, but you were in that kind of like half trance state that you have to enter every night, being an undead or a reborn half elf. Yeah, you are kind of woken from that, and as you step out, you just see the snow lightly falling between the trees, kind of obscuring your vision. You try to focus out beyond the darkness of your range of sight, and you don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
They were just right. They were right there. I'm just...
Hold on. He's gonna walk up, kind of put his hand on the small of Vitekarl's back, and just kind of... It'll be all right. I'll check it. Give me a second. I gotta... All right.
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna walk kind of forward towards where he was pointing and see if I can't spot anything.
I'm going to say roll me an investigation check with advantage. You are in your favorite terrain, this being not only a forest, but a forest in like very Arctic-like terrain.
I'm also going to come over and take that, just a stick or something, and turn it light, and I'm also going to guidance you.
It didn't go to roll 20, but it's a 15.
Okay.
With
the guidance?
D4. Yeah.
Wonder why that's not going through to roll.
And I'm gonna
that's
refresh,
cool.
see if it works.
Did you hit it hit features and traits in your character page? It needs to parse your level up or something like that, maybe.
Roll a D4. That will be 16 total.
Okay. With 16 total in the forest, easily enough, you make your way kind of in the direction Vitekarl is pointing towards, still quite shook from whatever it is he witnessed. And this is really the first time you guys have like actually gone over and really looked into what was over there, but you very quickly notice a very obvious trail of footprints leading from like one tree and kind of doing this large circle around the camp, exactly where Vikaro was kind of pointing to. Something that stands out to you as kind of odd is that the footprints start kind of further back in the trees as you follow them out, but they start from nowhere. And then once they passed beyond the last tree, they also disappear into nowhere.
All right. That's do they look like kids' footprints?
Ooh.
Also, do they change intermittently?
Roll me a perception check. Xechas, because he asked.
Can I get down and look quite
Yep.
closely?
While Dusty is kind of going through and kind of tracking where these begin and end, you're kind of looking at them more closely.
Any chance I could use investigation?
Sure.
Sweet. 15.
Okay. Is pretty much what you need. So as you're kind of looking, you go to where they start, and they start off big, like abnormally sized.
Like
Even
bigger
for
than Vikar's footprints?
Probably comparable, if not a little bigger. Like definitely not a child at all. And then as they approach the first tree, you watch the footprints decrease in size and become that of what would match a child or something smaller working its way through the snow. And at various points between the end of the trees, you do notice there's like a change in size of footprint between each couple of trees that it passes.
The footprints where they start are, and he's like visibly nervous and a bit shaky about this. The very large footprints that become smaller. Come look.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Is anything we recognize?
As I look at the bigger footprints,
Mm-hmm.
can I roll something to see if maybe I've heard about something like this?
Say a history check at disadvantage. This is very much outside
That's
your
fair.
realm of expertise. This is not something a naturally occurring like beast creature would make.
Yeah, if there's anything I recognize too.
It should be a 7.
Oh.
7. Nope. You know, you've heard rumors of like shape changers and skinwalkers and things that exist in these forests and things that can take on different shapes, but never anything specific over what these creatures might be, especially one that can go from the size of maybe a large like ogre type creature to that of a small human creature. Like footprints are
And that can teleport.
There's not
Or
anything that
something.
I recognize.
Sure. Who would recognize a demon from another world?
You know, to be honest, the more these things happen, the more I'm thinking it's at least something not of this plane.
Yeah.
Well, the only other plane that we've had any interaction with has been those creatures from the Feywild.
Excuse me.
From what you've told me about the Feywild, it does kind of seem like this would be up their alley. Trickery and bullshittery, and God, it's fucked up to use the image of those children.
If this is Fey in nature, though, there is a small chance that perhaps the images of the children are not real. They're being fabricated based off of the visage of alive children. Grasping at straws
Well,
here, but
There's a couple things that I'm thinking about here. So my problem with that is that to get as accurate with those injuries as we have seen, I get the feeling that they're probably from seeing those injuries themselves after what we've seen for the father.
Sure.
And also, the fey creatures we came across, they were in the Forest of Avenir. They weren't over here. So unless it's spread quite a bit, I'm unsure.
Well,
This is
that's
freaky.
unfortunate. It's very freaky, and we don't have an idea of what they are. I really have no idea. They keep getting the jump on us, and it's scary every time. It's getting worse, honestly. Every time it's more creative. It's like they're coming up with these. It's like they're workshopping these ideas somehow.
Well,
I think
here's
we do well to deal with it quickly.
It's almost
I
like there's a
agree.
guy sitting at a computer 30 hours a week writing a campaign for you fuckers.
Shut up, God! Don't break the fourth wall.
Stop it.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry.
Well, while I agree it should be dealt with quickly, something to take a little solace in is that they have not done anything outside of the night. At night, they come and visit us. At night, they came and killed him. So on and so forth. So as long as we, keep our wits about us in the dark, I think we'll be all right for now.
Uh-oh.
Right. Right.
Alright, well. DM, has it been approximately 4 hours? Like, do I feel like I've gotten my long rest yet?
I'll say sure. Yeah, why not? Fine by me.
Okay. Well, you seem rather startled, and though I am a little bit too, I've gotten my rest. If you'd like to, go to sleep now.
Absolutely. All right.
Keep a very vigilant
I'll
eye out.
I'm not going to sleep ever again, maybe, so I'll stay here.
On that note, I was gonna say, if you're trying to sleep tonight, like Carl, roll me a wisdom saving throw. That's up to you.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I don't think I would. I would stay up the rest of the night.
Okay, you take a point of exhaustion by default.
Yeah,
No sleep for you. Dusty,
I'm so tired.
what about you? Fucking back in?
Yeah, I think Dusty goes with Vicarl to kind of ease him as much as he can. He just like snuggles up to him, kind of stroking his hair and shit.
Yeah. Do you sleep?
Dusty's gonna try to, yeah.
Okay. No exhaustion for you. Xechas, you also get a whole rest. And as we kind of bring the camping to a close, I just want to thank everyone who's popping in, hanging out in chat, and being a part of the stream today. We really appreciate you guys. I didn't want to interrupt all of that, but just a big thanks to everyone who's coming in for Matters Maori. I appreciate you. Burley Earl, everybody. I saw a couple other folks in there. You guys are the best. Shroom Empress, thank you. Haley as well. You guys are dope.
Because
Love
of my
you,
undead
Bradbury's.
nature, I don't need to sleep to stave off exhaustion.
True. I guess. Are you immune to exhaustion?
No, but I don't have. It just says I don't have to sleep.
Okay, fair enough. No worries. I would almost
But I have
argue
to
that
do-
you can't. Like,
I do
apart
have
from
to.
your
I have to do the
semi-lucid
trance
state.
thing to regenerate my spell slots, like to get a long rest and shit. But I
Yeah.
don't have to do that. Technically.
But the idea of like an actual night's sleep is pretty much lost on you. at
Long
this
gone
point.
to me.
Yeah.
It's been years.
It has been many, many years. So, I will say, Xechas and Vicarl, as you guys are sitting there together, Dusty, eventually you kind of doze off after realizing that there's not really any comforting you can do for your partner in this situation. Xechas and Vicarl, you're left together. Vicarl, do you go into the tent with Dusty? Or are you just sitting right by the fire? Okay,
Yeah, I
so you
would.
do
I
go
would
into the
be
tent.
like, yeah, keep it a little bit open just to hear anything, but I probably wouldn't hear much because I'd just be, please, for God's sakes, nothing else, please.
Funny you mentioned that. Throughout the night, anyone who is awake, just you hear like the occasional twig snapping in the distance, and it kind of draws your attention. Nothing shows itself, nothing approaches your camp. But every now and again, when the forest finally sounds like it's beginning to settle, you hear just another branch snapping inexplicably, somewhere in a totally different location than the previous one. And I'll say...
Smith ever see anything doing his...
Roll me perception for Smith. At disadvantage.
16.
He doesn't see anything, but he's kind of able to pick out the locations of where the twig snaps are coming from more directly. So as you hear one, you can kind of look up at him and get an idea of where these are coming from. And it paints a picture to you as he kind of zips around, going place to place, never really focusing on one spot at the same time. You are able to...
Kind of random?
Almost, yeah, seemingly. Random distances, random places, almost like something is just intentionally making sound out here in the forest. Like, you are wise, you are insightful enough to know when you are being, for lack of a better term, for when you're being fucked with. Like, someone is trying to interfere with your sleep, someone is trying to get in your heads, and it seems, at least in the case of Karl, to very much be working. I will say when the morning sun finally crests over the eastern horizon, kind of casting that pale light through the winter sky here, the clouds still thick overhead, the light snow falling gently on the frozen world of Verosia. While sleep did not come, you are able to find some relief in the daylight. And as the forest kind of awakens around you at the same time, you hear what life there is in these forests beginning to move around. You hear twigs snapping as creatures make their way out trying to find something to eat. And the rest of the night has passed without incident. How are you guys starting your day?
Oh, God. Looking around every tree. Anytime I hear any little things, do it.
Still have a whole bunch of this aurochs meat left. Should we cook a little bit of it?
Oh, that would be lovely. Yes, please.
Yeah, let's make a little breakfast and then be on our way to Tiny Hand's place.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take out some good slabs of meat.
Easily enough, between the three of you and, like, Xechas, your magic, you're easily capable of starting a fire in the winter at this point. I don't feel like we need to delve too much into that anymore. You get a fire going, you cook up some of the meat that you carry in your bag of holding, providing a, say, like, not particularly flavorful meal. Aurochs are basically large goats, so they're very muscly, very chewy meat, not particularly soft or fatty or anything like that. But it is filling, and it is probably enough to get you through an easy day of traveling without it. You all prepare for your day.
Pack up the tent, put it back in the bag of holding.
You mean your yurt?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we just used the tent this time. I still have the yurt in there.
You do
but
still
I also
have the yurt? The yurt's more for your more glamping-based camping experiences, right? Yes.
Well, we gotta make a splash when we need an office.
It's more good for, like, if you're gonna be
Perhaps.
somewhere for, like, a longer period of time. Like, you're not sure when you're gonna be leaving. Set up the yurt. Who doesn't want a yurt? So, you guys are heading to the Gobstop Workshop, if I'm correct?
Yup.
Okay.
I think that was the plan.
I believe so.
Yep,
I just
yep.
wanted to make sure. So that would kind of put you guys somewhere in this area above the lumber camp. You would have followed the path before camping out. You continue westward the following morning after packing up all of your camp, traveling through the light snow. You can see, like, this path has been tread, maybe not recently, like the more recent snows have kind of begun to fill the footsteps and everything, but this is very clearly a path that has been commonly used throughout the season. And as you begin approaching, you make your way along the western road through the trees. You can first hear, see, and then smell this location. First, you hear the sound of metallic gears and hammers and clanging, the sounds of an industrialized workshop on a very large scale working in the distance. The next thing, as you kind of pass through a crest in the road and the kind of trees clear out before you, you see this trail of just like inky, disgusting looking black smoke filling the sky from that general direction. And then lastly, you smell it. You smell the smell of different chemicals perhaps burning, smithing forges burning hot, even though it is already bright and early. And as you come around that last bend, you find the large kind of, it's not quite the cavern, but like that dip that's surrounded by cliffs on all sides, the small valley that leads into this cavern area. And your eyes are met with completely different sight than the last time when you were here. Last time you were here, you dropped off Small Hands. You helped her reclaim this home for her.
Tiny Hands.
Tiny Hands. Small Hands is someone very different. My bad. My bad. Mixed it up with the porn star. My mistake. I apologize. Every time Tiny Hands is on the stream, someone makes the joke. It was bound to happen eventually. You and Tiny Hands reclaimed the space for her and her goblin tribe, who decided they would like to establish a small settlement here, and thus they formed the Gobstop Workshop. And that is the site you are greeted with. You see a fully industrialized little valley of these just kind of decrepit looking metal and stone structures that are haphazardly thrown together with bolts, nails, and whatever else they can find. It looks apocalyptic almost in nature, but it seems sturdy, and you are just watching almost like ants. Hundreds of these goblins just scurrying around, working on various projects throughout the space. Kind of at the center of it all, you see one goblin, not necessarily like a lot shorter than the rest, but shorter than your average goblin by a little bit. Large green ears, a stern but like pleased look on her face. Like you can tell she's very much running the show and seems to be happy with how the flow of operations are. And as you kind of crest over the hill that leads down into this valley-like area, you are greeted by two goblins wielding... No, I don't want to update my Stream Deck phone. Go away! Okay, we're good. Fucking pop-ups, man. You are approached by two goblins holding these like small spears, but on them, as they pull a lever, the blades kind of start this like sawing motion, and they're just holding it towards you with this kind of automated weapon. And you see, Xechas, roll me an intelligence check, please. Or an arcana. We'll say an arcana check. Natural 20.
Nat 20.
Excuse me. I choked. That was perfect. You see immediately something you recognize as Arkstone technology. Not as advanced as the stuff like in your basement powering your home, but you know that various inventions, firearms, tools, all kinds of things can be powered with Arkstones here. The arcane energy that they hold acting as very much as a battery. And this is kind of like an automated spear that will straight up saw whatever it touches. And you can see very poorly wired together. Like this is very clearly goblinoid tech. It is not pretty, but it is functional. And there's this small, very plain looking Arkstone with the very bare minimum. I believe an amethyst, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to correct myself if I'm wrong on that, but you recognize the lowest power of stone, and it is barely enough to keep this blade just kind of awkwardly sawing back and forth. Yeah, literally. He's like, "Out! Who goes there?"
Oh, hello. We're friends of Tiny Hands.
Yes.
Are you the... Ah! Oh, okay. He puts his spear up. Normally we're okay with the human folk coming by, but we like to know a little first. Nice one, Kieran. How's it feel to suck?
We didn't even really know that we were coming this way until really last night, and I don't really have a way of sending
Come in. The boss is down there. She's waiting for you. Sure, she'll want to say hello and maybe thank you.
Oh, good.
Get on down.
Absolutely. I'm not putting my back towards them.
You hear the blade stop moving as you guys continue walking past.
Incredible.
As we're walking, I kind of like whisper to the other two, they have ox stones.
What?
Wonder if they have any that we could buy.
How have they not blown themselves up by now?
Just
Roll
the
your
small ones
first check,
that I can see for
perception
now.
check, please, Fight Carl, as you ask that question.
Up, ba-da-da-da, I'm gonna use my advantage on this because it's important.
Can I guidance him?
16.
You can guidance him if you want. I would say you would know because you don't actually know he's making this check as he's looking around. Like this is more of a passive thing. We're ignoring
16's
the 2.
probably good enough
16's
anyway, too.
fine anyway. You see around, like on the structures and buildings, very clear evidence of things that have exploded. There are like flash burns kind of spreading out in a shockwave, from a given location. It looks like there has been a number of explosions. There's debris on the ground. Picture like the shittiest warehouse, like blue collar foundry-esque place you can picture, and then make it worse. It's like,
How have they not
Liverpool
blown
post-World War
themselves
I.
up by now?
Just a goblin.
How are they
hands.
still standing by now? Oh, look at that one! It's tipping over.
As you make your way down the hillside, admiring some of the structures are straight up like leaning in a way, like you can see the supports have kind of shifted to one side, but it's holding together. As you make your way down the hall, down the path, the small goblin who seemed to be kind of running things turns towards you. She's holding what looks like a clipboard, but it's probably just like a piece of bark that someone took off a tree and she nailed a piece of paper onto to write on. And she turns and she's like, "Oh, great. What do you want?"
Tiny hands?
She's not here. She's working.
Oh. Close by, maybe, or?
No, not even a little bit. But who the fuck are you?
We're
I'm sorry, we're the reason that you have this place to work and live.
Perfect. What a great place to start off this conversation. Well, first of all, thank you from all of us here at the Gobstop Workshop. Welcome. I am sorry to tell you that your friend Tiny Hands is not actually present at the moment. You see, we have run into some difficulties lately interfacing with the general public. As you can see, we are small, we are green, and we are goblins.
Oh, yeah.
Not always people that people are keen to do business with. So Tiny Hands has kind of become the face of the organization.
Oh, no. Amazing.
She's done fine so far. She's only caused like 1 or 2 like incidences, and those were easily paid off easily enough. But yeah, no, things are great. Thank you. Can I help you with anything that you need Tiny Hands for?
Well, we're in the area trying to find and track down a case that we're working on. We were hoping maybe we could talk to someone here and maybe get some information about happenings around here, such as like missing children.
I can't say we've had any kids go missing, but most of our kids grow up in like 8 days. So it's like, it's hard to go missing in 8 days. You know what I mean? No kids missing here. There has been like a lot of creepy stuff happening just like around the forest lately. And some goblins did go missing, but that's pretty normal. We're not that smart.
Is there anything specific about the creepy stuff?
Right.
No, not so much. Where'd he go? Hey, Sprocket! And you see a goblin kind of peeks over from on top. Like, yeah, what do you want? You remember that patrol you went on? Yeah, what about it? Can you tell them about it? We were on a patrol. You see, we were trying to gather some new materials around the forest to try to build some cool new stuff. We're always trying to build cool new stuff. And unfortunately, it got really dark, and like a bunch of this kind of bluish white mist kind of showed up, and everyone fucking died. Except me. I ran. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm the smart one. I got the fuck out of there.
Decision, probably.
And I believe they got... I didn't see it, but based on what I heard, they got torn to fucking pieces. I gotta get back to work. Nice talking to you. And he just disappears back onto whatever he was doing. And you hear a thunk as he crashes down the backside of whatever he climbed over. There you
Cool
go.
guy. Okay. Mists.
Yeah, sometimes the
I think we've
mist.
experienced something similar.
Yeah, mist is always coming around, but we do have stuff for that now. We're working on a lot of really cool inventions. Speaking of which, you want to buy something? Kind of opens her hands.
Potentially, actually, yes. Yes,
Ah.
have very
Everyone wants
interesting
to buy
things on the table
something.
already.
No one comes here except to buy stuff. This is great. We're making so much money. We have a lot of cool shit. Come with me. And she like leads you down further into the workshop. You kind of have to duck under a walkway above you as you make your way through, and eventually come to like, it's not so much a storefront, more just a room where they're keeping all the shit. Like there's no like checkout area, there's no counter. It's just a room full of stuff that they seem to barter and sell. And she like gestures like, see anything you like?
What do I
There's
see?
just
Yes.
a room full of shit. You do see some like very basic looking potions of healing, like the fairly standard, but like they're in these kind of more flask shaped things that are kind of like old, and the glass itself looks kind of dirty.
Mason jar. What the fuck?
Yeah, but you literally see like a mason jar healing potion.
Mason, and Mason jar.
Like, you do see a crate that just says in this hastily scribbled font, hair potion. That's it. That's all. You see a yellow diamond looking type gem. Doesn't appear to be an arc stone. It is just a yellow diamond. It's like just a diamond with a yellow tint on the inside. You see a large kind of fan with like this cable that comes down to it onto a kind of like almost a billows that you could step on. There's just an assortment of random instruments and stuff here. It's just a random collection of shit. And she's like, all of it is useful in some way or another. Some way or another. And she goes over to the fan. You see those mists coming, right? You see the mists? And she turns the fan towards you and she steps on the pedal and starts pumping it. And the fan goes, woo, 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 till it starts spinning. And I need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please, as she casts gust of wind at you with her fan.
Gust of fan boat.
All of the shit around you starts blowing past you as she's doing this. Okay, you're fine.
Fucking hilarious.
It would have been a strength save, not a dex save, but like y'all are still good. You raised high enough. Oh my god. You kind of have to stand there and buffet yourself against the wind. She's like, Miss, show up. You just blow them away. Problem solved. It's crazy. It's a great invention. That gem, you throw it, something comes out of it. Don't ask me because I don't know what. Looks pretty cool though. Someone sold it to us. We haven't had, we don't want to fuck with it around here. We already got a lot of things exploding most of the time. So we decided to just sell it to the next highest bidder.
I'll give you 10 gold for it.
Add 950 to that number, and we can talk.
I'll think
I
about
could
it.
potentially tell you a little bit more about it, if you allow me.
Tell you what, you tell me exactly what this thing does, and I'll give you 10 gold off anything in the shop.
Hey!
Got yourself a deal. Okay, I'm gonna go over
She holds
to
up
the
a
thing
little
and get
tiny
out.
green goblin hand towards you.
Daintily shake it.
Yep. As you kind of pull your glove back, there's just like, you kind of like put your hands together to start casting your spell, and there's like a noticeable poof of soot that comes off the glove she held. She's just covered in industrial grease and other shit. Guessing you're casting Identify.
Oh, no, shit, I only have Detect Magic. Shit.
Ooh.
Does that give us School of Magic? Yes, I'm still gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You would
If it can give me
recognize it as a
school.
conjuring spell. Whatever it does conjures something out of whatever is contained within.
Oh, it's
can
a
I just-
master ball.
Try to gather what it is based off of being...
Roll me an Arcana
Mark?
check, DC 20. You've
Okay,
never
I'll
seen
see
anything like
myself.
this.
Palkia in a master ball.
No, the guidance doesn't matter, so no.
You do also have knowledge from a past life.
Okay, yeah, it does matter.
You
Thank
could
for
hit the
reminding
DC.
me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Artificer shit. If you take care of your colon, it will take care of you.
Oh!
Vicarl.
I
Inspirational
also
quote.
have Flash of Genius,
Yeah, technically.
so I'm gonna Flash of Genius it.
Guess we're at a 15. Why did that roll a
Ignore that.
D20?
Just add 3. Just
Okay.
add 3.
So we're at an 18.
So we're at 18. So I need a 2 on the knowledge from a past
You need a
life.
2 on the knowledge from a past life.
It's not a guarantee.
Hey! Okay. You've heard about these. You think real hard about it. You go over all the stuff in your head. This, to you, seems to be an elemental gem. Whatever it is, it contains an elemental of some kind. You don't remember which color does what, I will say, based on that roll. But you know throwing and breaking this gem will cause a elemental of some kind to appear before you and be under your control, provided you can maintain concentration on it.
Well, so this is actually rather interesting. It does exactly what you say it does when you throw to break it. Something comes out. That something is an elemental, based off of the color. I would gather either lightning of some kind or fire, maybe. But yes, that's what it does.
Well, it's 960 gold pieces if you're interested.
Huh.
She also kind of holds out this bag that looks like almost a bag of sand. This dust will make stuff dry and like make a bead, and you throw it, and then the bead turns into whatever liquid you put in the bead. That makes sense. Kind of complicated.
Interesting.
Could be useful.
This might be a long shot, but do you happen to have any just ox stones on their own, not in any equipment that you sell?
No, not at the moment. The only 2 we got, we built. Well, we got more than 2. The only 2 we have left are in the spears that you saw at the front gate. The rest all exploded. We're still figuring them out.
They do that, and I'll hold my mechanical hand up. I have some experience.
Bleh.
She holds up a hand, and you see she's missing a ring finger. Same.
Yep.
That's actually where Tiny Hands is off to. We have an order of archstones coming from Port Mirrid, and we needed someone with some muscle to go pick it up. So we sent her.
Sure.
Do you know how much you charge for the different versions of them?
We've never sold them before. We're mostly using them in like our inventions, see what we can do around here. But when we figure it out, we'll get back to you. Why, are you looking to buy?
Those, yes, absolutely. They're quite hard to get your hands on, so...
Well, they're hard to get your hands on around here. You can order them straight from Trudgewater.
Good thought. I've never really looked into that.
You just place an order. Oh, it's Scamazon.
Out.
Yes, indeed, buddy.
You fucking Milton and Scamazon.
Hey man, this is what happens when you let the community develop a D&D world with you. None of this is my fault.
Listen, chat. You're all fuckers.
Did you know there's a lake in this world? And do you know what the lake is called? Lake Mojado. Do you know what that means? Lake Wet. There's a lake called Lake
Hold on.
Wet.
I would have called it Ricky Lake.
I gotta interject with a... You let them name Scamazon in Milton, but we couldn't keep Mount Beninging? Are you fucking...
Mount Beninging's in here. It's just not that mountain, okay? I refuse to have the second most important mountain in my D&D world be named after Mount Beninging, okay?
Ricky Lake.
These are things people already...
I just got... Fuck.
I like that. Okay. There's like a bunch of other things. There's like a jar, like another mason jar that looks like it literally just holds like oil or grease or something. You're not really sure. It just, yeah, it looks like a jar of lube, for lack of a better term. And then the last thing you see, last two things you see will be a large, just horn. Like it looks like just a horn that you blow into. And there's a price tag on it that says 450 gold pieces. So whatever horn it is a very expensive horn. And then adversely right next to it, for 20 gold pieces, you see a glass kind of terracotta jar. Like just clay pot with a cork lid on the top with a small enough hole to allow a little bit of air inside. The cork is sealed with like a wax that has like ensures it doesn't come off. And as you kind of lean closer to it, you just hear zzzz. And this is just seems to be some kind of jar of insects of some kind. You can't really make out what. It just has a little tag on it. It says 20 gold pieces. It seems cheap or seems expensive for a jar of bugs, but trust me, getting them in there was a lot of work. She holds up her other hand and it's just covered in these fucking boils and stings.
What kind of bugs are in there?
Bees! Lots of fucking bees!
All right,
He kind of 1,000-yard stares past you for a second.
That horn is rather expensive. Does it do anything special or is it just quite fancy?
It is a blasting horn. Horn of blasting.
Do I know what that does, DM?
Roll me an Arcana check. Teach your knowledge of the arcane. Yeah, okay, you know what a horn of blasting is. It is a horn that when you blow it emits a thunderous blast in a 30-foot cone. It is audible up to 600 feet away. You blow the shit, it is very, very loud, and it will do a certain amount of thunder damage to anyone in the range. There's a 20% chance it just explodes when you use it as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you want for that bag of sand, that liquid holding sand? That's rather interesting.
As one use, $120. It'll make a 15-foot cube of water or liquid turn into a small bead. You throw the bead, and all the stuff comes out. 120 gold.
I think I could do something with that.
You sure you don't want the fan? And she presses on the thing while it's pointing to you one more time. I need everyone to make me a strength saving throw, please.
God fucking do
Oh, for the love of God!
She's really trying to hawk this fan. So Dusty and Vicarl, as you guys kind of like brace yourself, Xechas, you start, as you were in front of them talking, kind of sliding back
I took some
between
for this,
and then they kind of have to hold you there as all of your clothes are kind of blown back, all your hair and everything. And then like all of you just have this blowback of hair. Dusty, you are just a poof ball of cat. Vicarl, of course, unaffected on the body, but your large fur coat is just poofed up to like a ludicrous size at this point.
Do I get like thrown into the wall or something?
I would say normally, do you guys try to grab him? Because he's in front of and between you. I will say between the two of them. They're strong enough to stop you, but there's like a moment where your boots start sliding backwards on the ground. And they have...
How are you catching air?
Sure you don't want it? It's pretty cool.
I think we're all right. He says all poofy and just...
She like gets a little disappointed. Puts it down. No one appreciates my genius yet. Someday someone will when there's one of those fans on top of every single house inside of every single village, and that mist shows up to kill all of you, and you press the button and the mist goes wet. You're gonna thank me then. Slams the fan down on the table. Take your stupid dust. Throws it towards you.
Is that with or without the 10 gold discount?
Without 110 gold.
Alright, deal. I'm just gonna pull out a platinum and 10 gold.
She holds out her hand. So wouldn't it be 10 platinum?
Yes.
Right.
I was like, a platinum is
Sorry.
10 gold.
She's never
Take-
seen one of these before.
Takes the
She'll think
money,
it's worth 100.
gives you your dust. You can add 1 pellet of the dust of dryness to your inventory.
You know what? How much would you like for the billowing horn? I could. It actually is quite useful.
That's
And would you accept trade for
$450.
it?
We'll take trades for anything. It's $450.
Great. I'm gonna pull out one of the rifles that I have. The nice company ones.
Sees it and like.
How about
200 gold and
This-
it's yours. If you throw in the gun.
this as well? I pull out another
50
one.
gold and it's yours.
Deal.
Hands
We'll
you
just hand
the horn of blasting. So to give you the full rundown on this object, you blow it in a 30-foot cone. Anything in that cone has to make a save of D15 Constitution. On a failed save, they take 5d6 thunder damage and are deafened for a minute. On success, they take half and are not deafened. Creatures and object made of glass or crystal have disadvantage. 20% chance that it explodes when you use it, dealing 10d6 fire damage to the person who blew it.
Oh,
Neat. So I just roll a.
We'll roll a
I just roll D100
percentile.
if it-
We'll say add, or like a d20, and if it's 15 or over, easy peasy. Or
I like the percentile because then we could get it by 1.
fair enough, fair enough. It would have to be like yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah. We'll deal with that when it comes up.
So it doesn't have a limit on uses. However, it could explode.
Yes.
Sick. That's really cool.
I hope it blows up the very first try.
Gosh, that would be funny.
It also destroys the horn when it blows up, just in case that wasn't clear.
No shit.
So you got your horn, you got your dust. Sorry Tiny Hands isn't here, but if there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. We got a floor somewhere you could sleep on if you want. You can camp out outside. Our home is your home. Literally, you helped us. You don't get it.
Well, you mentioned there was creepy stuff. He already said something about the.
Lots
I
of
think his
creepy
name was
stuff.
Sprocket.
Yeah.
Said something about the mist. We've dealt with the mist before.
Who
Has there been any occurrences of like, I don't know, tricks being played, people shape shifting around, that kind of weird stuff?
No, if anything would, we probably wouldn't have noticed it. We're not very observant people.
All right.
Like,
do you know-
it's like she points to this random fucking goblin in the back who's just hitting a piece of metal nonsensically with a hammer. That's old Bob. Bob got hit in the head last week. We couldn't tell if Bob was acting weird or if Bob was just someone else playing Bob. Bob's fine. Well, Bob's not fine, but Bob's fine.
If there was a heart of the Festerwood Forest, where would you say that is?
Northwest-ish, near the swamp. But we don't go there. We don't fuck with the swamp. Tiny Hands has to literally go all the way around. She gonna be a bit.
Yeah, no, the swamp is not somewhere I travel to either, so...
sure.
But,
If that's where you're
first
going,
time for everything.
that's where you're going. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Looking for some missing kids. I think that they've been taken there somewhere.
Lots of missing kids. It's like a couple.
A handful. More than would
A
be
good
normal.
amount.
Oh,
More than one.
I tell you, normally, when goblins are around and kids start going missing, it's kind of safe to assume they might have something to do with it. I assure
Sure.
you, we do not. And if it comes
Right.
up in town that they think we might be responsible, can you maybe, like, push them in another direction? Help us out again?
A little damage control. Sure.
We
Yeah.
finally got a nice place set up here. We started trading. We're paying the company like a monthly stipend. It sucks, but you ain't gotta do what you
Yeah.
gotta
We
do.
know all about that.
And don't worry.
Everybody
Based on
does.
what we've seen, goblins aren't responsible.
Not these
Cogs
goblins, at
staring.
least. I can tell you
No,
these
you all
goblins
great.
aren't responsible. We try. If you hear any random explosions, it's probably just us. If you hear a really big one, we're probably all dead. But that's okay. We had fun.
I like it here.
The same goes for us. If you hear an explosion down the road to the east, then and there's a missing mana, then yeah.
Good to know.
That's us. Or was us.
If you guys want, maybe we can work together and have a mutually beneficial trading deal or something. Actually, I don't know. Might be worth looking into. She looks at the guns you just traded her. You keep bringing us more of these to protect ourselves with. We can probably find you some pretty cool stuff. She holds the fan out one more time. She's like this. She goes to lift her
Don't
foot.
press it.
Or this.
No.
He holds up the horn.
Puts the fan back down. Everyone's a critic. You thank me one day. Believe me, you thank me one day.
I will. I'll thank you today for not pressing it.
No one likes to have any fun.
It is a good idea. I just don't
Well,
know if we need it at the moment. But if it does come up again, then I'll be sure to keep it in mind.
Good.
Right.
Good.
at the end of the day, I'm sure that taking the mist and pushing it somewhere else is an option.
Right.
Surely.
I don't see why it wouldn't work. The math is mathing.
Mhm.
Right.
That being said, if
I
you're
can
off
see
looking
that
for some
going
kids,
somewhere.
you should probably hurry it up. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, what time is it? It's still midday at this point, isn't it?
Yeah,
It'll take us that long.
you would have traveled maybe 2
If
hours
that, yeah.
before you find it. No sweat. It's still morning. Do you need any food? Any drink? Anything before you go? Top up your bags. We have some. I think Griselda just finished making some fresh rat skewers. You want a couple rat skewers? They're good. They're spicy.
You know
The
what? We
spice
had rat
hides the
skewers for
taste.
breakfast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Ugh.
But they weren't as good as
Actually,
Griselda's, though.
Do you happen to have a bag of coal that I could buy from you?
That's the one thing we have in abundance, yeah.
Excellent.
Go talk to Ernie. Ernie, get you sorted.
Okay, I'll talk to him on the way up. Thank you.
You can't miss me. He's at the big furnace.
Great.
Good luck. I'll tell Tiny Hands you stopped by, and maybe come visit again. She's supposed to be back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. Unless she
Gotcha.
dies on the road, you never know.
Ah.
I don't think that would happen. Tiny Hands. is-
She's sneaky. A big person. She's sneaky. Don't tell her she's a big person. No, she doesn't.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, thinking back, it really does explain a lot.
Hell, it explains the name.
Like the mammoth in Ice Age thinking she's an opossum.
Exactly. It's basically is that. Yeah.
Oh my fucking
I'll
god.
tell you, stop by
Incredible.
and travel safe. Good luck finding the kids and stuff. And yeah, I hope they're okay, little ones. It's sad.
Thank you.
You need a place to lay low. Feel free to swing in. Just don't bring your troubles here, or I'll bring my troubles to you.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry.
Good. Good luck.
All right, thanks. And I'm gonna go see Ernie.
Yeah.
As you're walking away, you just hear Griselda. Where's my rat skewer? She just kind of vanishes down a hallway. Carries on. You guys make your way out. You pass the small kind of furnacey forge-like area, and there you do see a goblin with glasses that make his eyes just abnormally magnified for how they should be. So instead of a normal pair of goblin eyes, he's sitting there with these big buggy eyes. His face is just smeared with soot and ash. His clothes very much the same. Looks old. You can see the creases in his skin where some of the soot has kind of gathered deeper in and thicker, creating these kind of patterns on his face as the wrinkles show more and more. And he's just kind of shoveling away at some or at some coal, loading it into a large furnace. Doesn't even see you approach. It's surprising considering the glasses. You're muted.
I'm not gonna tap him on the shoulder, but I'm gonna try and enter his line of sight awkwardly because I know how people can be with forges. So I'm just gonna kind of
By the end, he's looking down at what he's doing, and you kind of have to lean in the fucking side. He's like, "Oh, hi."
Sorry. Hi, I was just hoping we could, get a bag of coal from you for the road.
You want a bag of... yeah, I got a bag of coal.
Would you like something for it? I'm
I-
happy to trade or pay for
I
it.
got a bag of coal.
Okay, does he have Alzheimer's?
He's just an old-ass
Or dementia.
goblin, dude. You see behind him, there's like 2 workers just leaning on a pickaxe watching this exchange happen, laughing their asses off at you.
God, Zeus literally does not know what to do.
Zayas has never interacted
okay,
with the elderly before.
I'm gonna pull out my empty old bag of forge coal. Do you mind if I just fill this up?
Don't bother, I got a bag of coal! And he goes under and grabs a bag of coal and just puts it in front of you.
My Carl's in the back like this.
Oh, thank you. This is for you. And he's gonna pull out a copper ingot and just give it to him.
His eyes go even like wider in the glasses as he looks at it, grabs it, bites it in his teeth, and chips his tooth on it immediately.
He doesn't even flinch though, does he?
Looks like I'm gonna need some new dentures.
Okay, good. They weren't real. Thank you. We have to be on our way now.
Enjoy your bag of coal!
I assume the other two just bust out laughing at that
Yeah,
point.
they're just losing it in the back at this point. And like you can see by the look on their face that like they have to deal with this on a daily fucking basis. And like one day fucking Ernie's just gonna retire finally, and
die.
or just die on the fucking job, and someone's gonna
Today he got that copper piece. He's done.
Yeah, it's
Today's
over.
his retirement.
Retirement is now.
Fuck all of you! I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. I'm getting my bag of coal.
Bag of coal.
Bag of gold.
As you guys all
God. Okay, and I'm gonna
collect
walk.
all of your stuff, you have your coal, you have everything you need to begin the next phase of your journey. And we'll say, as you make your way north towards the heart of the Festerwood, the broiling swamp that exists within it, the air growing increasingly foul even now as you approach. You can smell it on the cold winter air, that lingering scent of decay kind of held in place by the night cold or the day's cold. And as you kind of crest away from the Gobstop Workshop, making your way now into the completely unexplored forest, there's no trails here or anything. You're strictly roughing it with Dusty as your guide as you begin making your way tree to tree, root to root. That is where we will take our break for today. And we will come back in about 10 minutes and we will continue where we left off. So, we'll see y'all in 10. We're going to run a quick ad to get Big Daddy Bezos off our backs. So please, if you need to step away, grab a coffee, have a pee, do whatever you got to do, go ahead. We will not judge. We'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Don't go.
We might judge a bit.
We might judge a bit. Back, everybody. The timer was broken, so we just said 10 minutes, and we brought it in at the 5, so it wasn't a whole 15. Worked out. Everyone's happy. I hope everyone had a good break. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you again for everyone who's in the chat, hanging out, chilling, doing the stuff. Appreciate you guys. Really good turnout tonight. We really appreciate y'all showing up and hanging and chatting and shooting the shit. I still have a disadvantage from the start of the game. I have not rolled a single dice yet. So, I am going to roll a dice. As you guys are walking away from the Gobstop Workshop to bring us back into the game with a disadvantage. Awesome. So as you're walking away, you kind of crest over the hill. You hear from behind you just a... as something just explodes. You see a flash of bright light behind you. You see, kind of as you're walking, looking back over the hill, some pieces of a very familiar looking guard goblin flying through the air. And that is how I
Slide
used...
those off of them.
That is how you use the chat giving you disadvantage to blow up a random NPC.
Yes!
Guard Goblin Gregory failed his role.
Ah!
Well, that Carl, I knew you were onto something when you said, how are they not all blown up?
Yeah, I didn't want to see it happen in real time. They got air though. God damn.
Perhaps I should offer to, help them with the Rockstone project development, seeing as,
Right.
I built a working power supply out of the most powerful type.
I bet you could make them, you could bring them out of the Stone Age 100%. Next time, when we come back through, you could be their god.
Well, what they mentioned as we're walking, as they mentioned about something about, setting up a business deal or something, a trading deal.
Right.
For both of us.
I think so. They can get their grubby little hands on some really cool stuff. Goblins are great. I've known some really neat ones. Apparently I knew one when I met Tiny Hands too. That's fun.
And this thing, holding the horn of blasting, it's a little bit volatile, but could be good in a pinch.
I think that's going to be very, very good. And the bag of sand? What the hell? Okay, yeah, no, this is going to be great.
So I was wondering if it works on something like acid or perhaps lava.
Any liquid, right? Interesting.
As far as I'm aware.
Specifically water, according to the sheet. My mistake.
Acid is 99.9% water.
You know what? Rule of cool, I will amend it. It can hold 15 feet of any liquid except for lava. Because that is more of a middle ground. Yep.
No molten solids.
You can hold a 15-foot cube of milk in that bead and unleash a tidal wave.
What is
milk.
it called again?
It is the
mayonnaise
dust
a liquid?
of dryness. It might even be a homebrew item on the market I use. But I was just scrolling through funny items and I thought that would be cool.
Dust of dryness? There it is.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I like it a lot.
15 foot of LSD. There you go. We're partying tonight. Thank you for shouting out, Eric. I appreciate it, Ryan. Yeah, so you got Dust of Dryness and a Horn of Blasting. Have fun. Use them at your leisure. The intrusive thought to blow the horn is definitely there.
Contains a D6 plus 4 pinches of dust. So I can make any liquid?
No, you have to absorb a liquid with it. And then release it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you throw it on a river, it absorbs 15-foot cube of water into a tiny little bead, which then you break. I will send you the link for it. Unless you're planning on using it right now, probably don't have to worry about it.
No, if that's the case, I need access to some stuff, to some volatile shit to store. I have plans.
It's supposed to just be water, but a 15. If you can get your hands on a 15 by 15 cube of acid, fucking by all means. I ain't gonna stop you.
All I need is that much water and some chemicals.
There you go.
And the goblins have.
This is the third
imagine
biological weapon you guys are talking about creating in this campaign.
This is a chemical weapon?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry. I will amend my statement. This is the third war crime you have intentionally committed in this campaign.
And I haven't even created it yet.
Imagine if we had came here before going to fight the swamp thing and just threw dust on the swamp.
That would have been so good.
It's almost like someone took the time to name this location 2 weeks before you guys did that encounter.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Oops.
Yep, you got Dust of Dryness and a Horn of Blasting. You guys continue through the forest. Dusty, I'm going to need a wisdom check for you. Are you trying to go right to the swamp? Are you looking for like signs of someone having traveled through here? What is your plan going forward?
Dusty's trying to get us to where it starts to get more marshy, and then he wants to start looking for signs of movement.
Okay, I'm going to say roll me a... Actually, what's your passive perception?
16.
Yeah. Based on that alone, just purely following your sense of smell, you kind of occasionally cast drafts of the smell of the heart of the Festerwood, the swamp there in the center. And you can kind of continue following your nose, for lack of a better term, in that general direction. Eventually you find, while the snow is still present, there are like low points between the trees where the snow has kind of melted, and there's this kind of sludgy, almost not dissimilar to what that kind of swamp creature might have had about them. In fact, I would say roll me a nature check. Carl, you too.
Not I.
No, you're not a nature person.
I live in a lab.
Yeah. Okay, with a natural 20. You would fairly safely be able to gather that this is very likely where that particular creature originated from at some point in time, likely towards the end of the season, and somehow wandered far enough away to end up in the hot springs for the winter. But you definitely get the sense this is the type of environment that you can maybe not expect to find that sort of thing, but maybe definitely be on the lookout for. You definitely passed into kind of a new biome now, and there's a whole new array of threats to look out for. Shambling mounds being just one of them. That being said, the winter is still very much prevalent here. The snow still falls, it just melts when it gets into these low points. The water is kind of like has this semi-frozen thing around the edge, just like a slight crust that has formed, but it hasn't managed to freeze all the way over, mostly because it is just an ever-moving source of water.
Alright, we should be getting relatively close to where we need to be. Probably a good idea to... How dark is it?
By this point during your travels, you'd probably be hitting like the late afternoon. Probably coming to about supper time.
Probably a good idea to find a spot to set up and then maybe go looking around that area for a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Yes. Do you think we're going to be here for more than a night?
Depends. I would say it's hopefully not, but it's a pretty good bet. We don't really have a clue what we're looking for right now.
Exactly. Could be, an actual built structure or some sort of cave or even a hole in the ground. Who knows?
You guys, are you setting up the tent?
I'll look around.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check. Try and find a safe and, more importantly, dry and less swampy place to camp.
Guidance on this one.
And I will say, swamp is not your favorite terrain.
Oh, flash of genius then.
There you go.
Bless.
No, you are not. You have explored the forests, the fields, the plain, the coasts, and pretty much everywhere else. You have not spent a lot of time in the swamp. No one really does. It's a swamp. It is a genuinely unpleasant place to be, and I'm going to say, based on those rolls, you have not ever really tracked through here before, so this is kind of a new experience for you. That being said, with an 11, what do you get on Flash of Genius?
14.
14 total?
Plus 3.
Okay, so with a 14, it takes you a while, and I'll say you wander into the night a little longer than you would have hoped for. Not long enough that like you're risking any points of exhaustion or anything like that, but the sun kind of begins to go down past a level you're comfortable to be looking for a safe place to shelter. So eventually you kind of just have to settle on the best possible spot you can find, which ends up being this kind of open clearing set into the trees on this slightly raised part of land, maybe just like a foot up above kind of the water level you see settling in these ponds. Open enough that the sun will get on it during the day, but the trees close enough to it that they will provide some shelter. They're kind of like bent over and awkward and scraggly. They're no longer the healthy, vibrant forest that you were in before. It's now much more kind of swampy and decrepit in nature. But you do find a patch of dry land kind of surrounded by these semi-fallen trees that are still in the process of pulling out of the swamp. And you figured that is likely the best place to set up?
Oh, all right. I think this area is probably decent enough to set up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not overly familiar with this kind of area. I stayed away from this in particular.
Why would you be familiar with this area? It sucks.
Ain't that the truth? So, you guys set up camp?
Shall we set up the yurt this time? Seeing as it's quite nasty out and we might be here for more than a night.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
to me.
why not?
Alright. I'm gonna set the yurt up.
I'll help out.
Okay. I'll say with help from anyone, no check really needed. It takes you about 30-40 minutes to get the kind of skeleton itself set up from the pieces that you have, and then draping all the fabric over. It takes another 20 minutes or so to get it all fastened up, but in the course of about an hour, you get this fairly large, comfortable yurt set up that can easily house the three of you, probably a number more people. Comfortably, maybe getting cramped towards like the 6 or 7 or 8 range, somewhere around there, but you could probably feed half dozen or more people in here. The only thing you don't have is the wood stove that would have gone in the center.
Is there like a small hole in the top for ventilation? Like, could we start a fire in the center?
Yeah, there is a kind of a spot in the top that's kind of like where the pieces meet. There's a circle, and it kind of has this hardened framed part that sits in it where like the metal chimney from the wood burning stove would go, but you can just physically take that top off entirely, and it would create about a foot diameter hole or so. Definitely enough to vent out smoke from any kind of fire you have.
We could would it be nice to get that stove that they had as well, but let's start a fire right in the middle as well. Just
Oh, that'd be cozy.
open up the top there and we should be good to go.
Yeah, you gather the benefit of the wood stove is it radiates heat really well. It is kind of immune to the any kind of wind that might get in the tent, and you can cook stuff on it very easily. But these structures at their core were made for, someone to at least have a warm fire inside. You're able to do so. The smoke vents out. It is like a little hazy in there at first. Your eyes kind of have to spend some time adjusting to it as the smoke kind of settles in the air, but it is ventilated enough that you guys are not at like any risk of, inhaling smoke level that will be harmful. Xechas, this is obviously not a problem for you.
Myth will take that part out in the middle.
There you go.
So you can reach it easily.
Sure. And it just pops the seal out entirely. The smoke vents clean out the top of the yurt. You kind of have this small fire right in the center that you've built up, right in the middle, and set your bedrolls all around it. You guys are free to have whatever meal you want to have. I would like to ask, who is taking watch tonight? By Carl, you are still recovering from your exhaustion from the previous night.
I
as
gotta
well.
think. I would probably be like, I'll take a watch.
Nah.
Is anybody?
You get your rest. I'll take tonight.
That's my guy. Oh God, I love you. Okay.
You didn't get a wink. Okay.
Immediately asleep. Okay. Xechas, what are you doing?
Not much before bed. Don't really have anything to do.
Okay. You
just kind of relax. Maybe do some reading.
Yeah, technically, if you didn't use any spells and you don't need to sleep, you don't need to do your trance.
I did, and I do. I used. I don't technically have to, but I want my.
You want your one spell slot back? Fair. Yes. So you take your 4 hours. Invite Carl. Kind of snores loudly next to you. Dusty, where are you going to take your watch as the fire is currently burning inside the tent?
I think Dusty's gonna walk out of the tent, go towards a tree like you normally would to climb it, But instead, he's gonna grab the necklace. Shelter.
You see a bright flash emanate from the necklace, kind of this purple as Violet emerges, followed by the soft glowing blue that kind of rescinds and fades back into the necklace as the effect takes hold. And you see Violet come out, no longer confined to the room at the inn at the Rotten Timber Tavern. She stretches and like a cat would, but she furls out her wings fully, and for the first time in open space, you see Violet now more or less not a full-grown dragon per se, but miniaturized version of the same, about the size of a horse.
That is gonna take some getting used to.
You're telling me.
All right, I gotta watch the fires, unfortunately, in the tent. So what I'm thinking here is that we move closer to the tent, not in it, but I need some height. You're rather big now.
Watch it, but continue.
All right. My bad.
She smiles kind of impishly at you.
I feel like maybe you can keep your head up and I'll just sit up there.
You want to sit on my head?
That or your wings somewhere high. I need to be above the earth, mostly. Or close to it.
Okay.
I know you're not that tall.
I'm really not, but like, yeah, go nuts. You can climb right on. I don't know if I could
Sick.
fly with you yet, but we could try that too if you want. She wouldn't know. She has no idea. Technically, you wouldn't either,
Well,
per se.
I mean, yeah, but do you want to hover all night? Because that sounds exhausting.
And I meant we could do like sweeping passes or something.
Oh, like how Smith does. Circle.
Yeah, like the little robot.
Hey, you know what? We could try that. We could try that out.
It's worth a shot. What's the worst that happens if we crash into a tree?
I don't...
Okay, just be careful. Maybe we try like a light hover first, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't want to
Sounds
ride
good.
on the top of your head for this because that
No,
seems
that would hurt
dangerous.
you.
So I'm gonna
mostly.
like lower, maybe
Oh,
shoulder
whatever.
blade area.
Okay. She kind of like stands up very, very much as a horse would and kind of like lowers down on one side so you can kind of swing a leg over. You climb onto the back of
Alright.
Violet, your pet amethyst dragon, that you have now watched grow from literally like a tiny little egg into the full-sized sassy queen that she is now. And she's like, "You ready?"
Yeah, I think I'm holding on fair enough.
She's gonna jump and start flapping her wings and try to take off from the ground. Is she able to? No, none yet. Didn't think so. Fun to try though. She excitedly begins flapping the wings. She's like trying to have this bonding moment, appreciating her wings finally having grown, and she jumps and flaps, and there's almost a moment where you think she might be, and then she just lands back into the snow.
Oh.
Okay, that hurt a little bit.
Like hurt in what way?
I don't think the wings are strong enough yet. I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying like.
I'm not that big.
Okay, look, don't get testy about this, okay? Okay. Let me hop off. I'll see if I can do it by myself.
All right. Yeah, sure. Feel
She
like
takes off and begins hovering.
this is rude.
I'm just testing, and she does. I'm guessing at this level she is able to fly by herself, just not with you. Her wings kind of take effect. She begins flapping, kind of creating a small circle around the tent. She's like, "Hey, look at me! Look what I can do!" She's just flying in circles over the top of the tent, talking every time she passes you.
Under his breath, he just goes, I gotta lay off the auroch meat.
Kind of lands back next to you. Okay, hop on. I just want to see if it works.
Well, at this point, I feel like you can do flying patrols, and I'll just sit next
It's
to the
really cold up
flap.
there. No, we'll just sit together.
All right.
I'll go check
Fair
every few
enough.
minutes or something, but she kind of like nuzzles up next to the flap of the tent. Are you gonna mount on and like keep an eye up from higher up?
Yeah, he climbs up to the top of her head, or close to it.
Okay. You kind of mount up on the dragon again. Kind of occasionally walk her around the tent, creating a bit of a circle in the snow. You found that while you are not able to fly on her, she is about the size and strength of a horse, and you are in fact able to ride like a mount. So there's that much at least, and she kind of happily walks around the tent from time to time with you. I want you to roll me a perception check, please. Boom.
I'll be that and roll.
Roll,
I
goddamn
clicked the
you.
wrong thing. That's what happened.
Okay.
And in. Oh, yeah.
So you don't see anything, and you continue your watch. An hour goes by, 2 hours. Every 10-15 minutes or so, you do another patrol, kind of helping just kind of keep the snow off of you, keep you warm throughout the travel, or throughout the night, while you just kind of meander around the tent, just keep you guys moving. And it's around the 3.5, almost 4 hour mark, right before you're about to wake up Xechas, that you don't see anything, but you begin hearing things. It's really subtle, really quiet at first, almost like a whisper carrying on the winds of like a child's voice. A little boy is whispering in you. You'll never find me. Little girl's voice comes in. Too late. And it just continues. And as those whispers kind of continue coming ear to ear, they're moving on all sides, coming from different distances around the camp, separated only by a mere maybe a few seconds in between each one. The voices begin to increase in volume. I'm not going to do it now because it's late and I don't want to scream and wake up all the neighbors, but they begin to yell. And they increase and increase and increase, and eventually they reach a cacophony of just screaming, where you'll just hear a little boy in the forest scream, "Ah!" And then further down behind you somewhere, a few seconds later, a little girl screaming at the top of her lungs. Everyone in the tent is awoken by this at the 4 hour mark. You just hear screams, blood-curdling, terrifying screams that chill you to your very core, emanating from all around the camp. And as all of you kind of wake up, take sense of what's going on, the voices fall silent. I will say, Dusty, in this time before the party wakes up, as this is kind of unfolding, how are you reacting to this?
I think as the voices are building at first, it's very much he's hearing the whispers, and in his head he's kind of already accepted the fact that this is something trying to fuck with. So for him, it's more like I know I could have, fortunately. He's just kind of trying his best to maintain it. As they get louder, it becomes more of a annoyance. And then when it gets really loud, he gets to the point where he's just like almost about to yell himself.
It's ear-piercing to the point it's almost causing you pain to hear it. I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw. All three of you. Okay. Oddly enough, I will say, Vicarl, you succeed. Lucky for you. You are exhausted.
Oh, wait, I still have... That's right.
I don't think that affects saving throws yet. It could. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since someone was exhausted.
Just ability checks.
I thought it was just ability. It's level 2 where your attacks and saving throws. So you're very lucky. But you do manage to succeed. However, Dusty and Xechas, these screams are blood-curdling and sound almost like the last moments of each of these children. And despite your best efforts, Dusty and Xechas, despite your efforts to kind of steel your will against this, you feel the biting sense of fear overtake you. No sleep will come to either of you this night. This does not affect Xechas as much, who does not need the rest. But Dusty, there will be
It's already been 4 hours.
Yep. Dusty, there will be no sleep for you this evening. As those screams just linger in your ears perpetually throughout the night, even after Xechas comes out. We'll say at that point, Xechas, as you come out of the tent, you see Dusty just staring into the forest. Dusty, you're almost tempted to draw your musket and just aim it at wherever the sound's coming from.
What was that?
It's whatever the goddamn thing that is fucking with us is.
Right.
That's horrible.
I'm so tired that I can taste colors. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, just get your rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can maybe spot anything after that bullshit.
Okay, just please be careful.
Very
Yeah,
careful.
I won't go far. I just clear my head and all, you know.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself. I don't have Dark Vision.
Dusty, roll me an investigation check. At disadvantage, I will say, because you are terrified to your core. You are completely shook right now. By Carl, you go back into the tent. As you lay there, you realize you haven't seen Dusty in a shape like that in a very, very long time, if ever. With an 8, you wander hoping to maybe find something to prove to you that whatever this is actually real. Not just something that's tormenting you in your dreams or in the late hours of the night, and you find nothing. Not a footprint, not a scrap of evidence that anything was ever here. Just the echoing in your ears from the multitude of screams that had echoed through the night. Xechas, you watch as Dusty goes. You don't see anything. You keep your eyes on him the whole time. How far from camp do you go, Dusty?
I think at this point, because it progressively made him more annoyed to the point where, like, he was ready to just try to shoot this thing if he could just fire at shots. So, or sounds. So I think he goes out to where he heard, like, the origin of the closer screams, and then without really thinking about it, as he's on Violet's back, he probably proceeds forward, just trying to, like, get some semblance. He's having a hard time finding anything, so he just probably closer towards like the middle of where they were like between the farthest scream and the closest scream.
Okay, so I'd say at that point you pass outside the range. It's dark vision. Continue. Forest is quiet.
As that
around
happens,
you.
I'm just gonna say, don't go too far, please.
I don't think he says anything back.
You hear the sound of Violet's claws, I guess, marching through the snow. And then behind you, about 40 feet back, at 30 feet, just on the edge of where Xechas would be able to see, not quite within his range, you hear the sound of a twig just snapping. And you turn. All you see behind you, hanging from a single branch on a tree, is a bloody shirt, about the size of a child's. And that is where we will end the session. Oh, I hit the thing on my chair and I sunk down real fast and it scared the shit out of me.
I almost just said, how you do that?
What? Well, that felt like an appropriate place
shit.
to leave it for tonight, everyone.
Oh.
Thanks to all the people who came in and hung out and got to hang out and party and participate in all the morbidity that has been going on. I'm excited to be done with this quest line. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, it's really good, super entertaining. It's very like
It's so
dark,
scary.
but I'm emotionally getting a little fucked up. So, we are gonna find someone to raid out on while I open up the floor to my lovely, lovely friends here and let them all say some nice things about themselves and each other. We are gonna start tonight with Dusty. What do you got to say to the people? Any words of wisdom? Any goodbyes for the folks?
Yeah. So thank y'all for stopping in. It was cool to have y'all watching us do our thing. Just be good people and live life in a way that makes you happy without fucking with other people.
Ooh, love that.
Rage.
Love. All right. We're going to go show some love to JTB. I'm going to go do a little shout out in chat here. Next up, Ryan, what you got going on you want to share with the people, my friend?
Oh, a lot of the same old, baby. Just to mirror what JTB said, my God almighty, there's enough pain in this world. Stop making it. Don't hurt each other. It's not funny.
It's
Love
not
you.
funny. Hell yeah. And last but never least, Chris, words of wisdom, fun animal facts, whatever you got for us. Bring the vibe back up.
I got a fun animal fact. Female octopi will strangle and eat males who annoy them when they aren't in the mood.
Same.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's like a myriad of women on this planet who can probably relate to that fucking sentiment. Straight up.
Same.
And who can blame them? Yeah, Ryan's like, Yeah, no, who can blame them? Who can blame them?
But unlike octopi, if you're not in the mood, just say no and be nice.
There you go. How hard is that,
Great.
everybody? How hard
Because
is
remember,
that? You piece of shit. You motherfucking asshole. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for today. We will see you next week for some more D&D action. I'm very excited. I can't wait to be back. In the meantime, I am not going to be streaming at all this week. Next week, I'm going to start testing out doing streams after work. I'm off on Wednesday, so I'm going to do my first Way Back Wednesday stream in many moons. I'm very excited to play some retro games again. I think I'm going to do... I don't know. I don't even know. There's so many options. I'm totally lost. We'll figure it out as we go, because that's how we like to do it around here. In the meantime, y'all know the thing. Be good to each other. Love each other. Fuck ice. I have been Rusty.
Fuck
These
ice.
have been my friends, and we will see you next time. We love you guys. Be good to each other. Bye.